We're pros at this now.
I know. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
And welcome back to another episode of Break Room Banter.
It's a hairstylist adjacent podcast where each week
Two friends
who also happen to be hairstylists.
break down our weeks in the break room. I'm your host, Hunter Walden.
And I am the co-host, Erica the Red.
And we start off every week, almost every week,
Yeah.
with our peaks and our pits. And this week is no different. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
And I am definitely talking right now to fill up time because I didn't prepare and think of a peak and a pit for right
I
now.
was just thinking, Hunter, you go first. No, okay, wait. You told me you had a pit.
I do have a pit, so I'll start
so
there.
You start there and I'll think.
There you go.
I'm not going to listen. I'll listen when everyone else does because I'm thinking right now.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
We're going to turn off our listening ears. Okay, so my pit of the week is I really cleaned the house today, like top to bottom. Well, yeah, today. Last night and today. And I noticed as I was we have like this mop vac thing. And I noticed as I was using it that it smelled like pumpkin spice. And my partner Bradley used to work for a soap company, and they had like an oil, like a concentrated oil, that they used for like bath bombs or whatever, body oils, whatever. And he took it whenever the season was over because they were like, we'll never use all of this. So they gave everybody like a jar of it. We've had this for years. He's not worked for this.
Yeah.
Maybe a year.
Yeah.
Maybe a year we've had this. So it's lasted a really long time. And the reason being is because you're only supposed to use like 3 little drops. Well, when I put it in, I just went and just did a squirt.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's fine. So I mopped the entire house and I'm walking back and the floor is like shiny still, like it's wet.
Yeah.
But it wasn't wet.
Yeah.
It was a layer of oil. And I found that out because after I put the thing away, I went back to the living room and I grabbed my coffee that I was finished with. And it was like a third of the way, like less than half, but definitely more than like whatever. Anyway, more than empty.
More than empty, yeah.
God,
there was
stupid.
stuff in it.
There was stuff in it, and it was coffee, and it had creamer in it as well that was sugary.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking back in, and I step foot into the dining room, and I just eat it, girl. I eat it. And keep in mind, I went to the living room prior to this and grabbed my cup of coffee that had something in it. And so that was in my hand as I ate it, and that went everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
So I had to clean the walls and all of that.
Oh.
I mean, it was on the Christmas tree.
How long did it take you to clean up?
Oh, it wasn't that long. It was like, that's why I said it was less than half.
Yeah.
But it was more than empty. So like it was a lot of coffee everywhere, but it was like drops of coffee everywhere.
It was like splatter.
Yeah.
Not like drenched.
Right.
Okay.
But I dramatized the story for television,
effect.
for the films.
For the cameras. I love it.
And then my peak would be that I'm so well rested. I am living life to the fullest right now. Feel invincible because I got a full night's sleep 3 nights in a row.
Good for you. Good
right?
for you. I'm trying to think because, of course, we just did an episode. So now I forgot. I'm going to have to think of another one. But I would say that I've had actually a really pretty good week. I mean, we worked our patooties off the first 3 days of the week. But
Show did.
Honestly, it was fun. I would rather be busy like that than like
not
busy. And I haven't, for some reason, I feel like I haven't been as busy. And I don't know if I'm getting used to it. So now I just need to be like jamming all the time in order to keep my attention
maybe.
going, you know. But I worked with Shell on Tuesday.
Whew.
I love it. It's fun.
It's
I love
energizing
working
for
with her.
sure.
It is. But yeah, so I don't know. I think I would say my peak was that, like, professionally. That was great,
Yeah.
you know. And then personally, I do feel pretty rested. It's nice to have a couple days off, you know.
And you've been productive in your days off.
Yes, I got some stuff done around the house, which is good.
You got some new pots and pans
I
yesterday.
did.
We braved the Black
So-
Friday crowd.
Oh yeah. Well, I did not brave it.
You
did I not tell you this story?
I don't think
I went.
you ordered
there.
it online.
I ordered it online. Yeah, because I was gonna go in the morning, and then I
Uh-huh.
like drove to the store at like 7:30, and I was like,
Ew,
I don't
no.
want to go in.
But I thought you had to go pick it up.
Yeah, but they brought it to my car. All I did
Ugh.
was park, and they brought it to my car. And technically,
so nice.
technically, my pots and pans are being delivered on Monday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or Tuesday. And then I also ordered some storage food containers that are being delivered in a couple of days. But then I also got some like kitchen utensils and some cutting boards and like stuff like that, ice cube trays, kitchen clips, well, just little stuff that I needed.
That
you
was
know?
on
And
sale.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think any of that shit was on sale, to be honest. I just really needed it because my kitchen, I don't have like, I sold everything, you know?
Yeah.
I've been scraping by with the basics. I'm like, Mama needs to feel better about herself and her kitchen, so we're going to treat ourselves.
That's right.
You know?
And it just happened to be on Black Friday.
Well, the pots and pans are what hooked me because that was a pretty good deal. You got like a full pots and pan set and more food storage containers, you know?
Oh, you got the storage
for
containers with it.
$89. Like the pots and pans on their own were like $117. But for $89 you got that and 5 food storage containers.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was like,
add to cart.
perfect. Add to cart,
Perfect.
you know.
And then no pit.
I mean, you know, they're not the world's finest pots and pans, but it was a good deal because I need better, you know, more.
And it matches your aesthetic.
It's
black
a
and
vibe,
gold.
you know. But so that's
Love
my
it.
peak, I guess. And my pit would be nothing. I don't have one. It was hard to think of one last episode, and so the answer is nothing.
Love
my
it.
life is wonderful right now.
Everything is perfect.
Everything is awesome.
So today I want to geek out a little bit
Yeah.
about marketing.
Mhm.
I was in Vegas a couple weeks ago. I think we talked about it on here.
Yeah.
And when I was there, I was actually going to seminars on like marketing and leadership and things like that. And the marketing part of it, I've always been like a marketing nerd when it comes to being a hairdresser. And going to those seminars like livened me back up whenever it came to marketing.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me talk about some of these things that I've done that have helped me,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe it'll help somebody else. Maybe it won't. Who knows? But if you're here, you want to hear it anyway. So
I like it.
let's talk about it.
All right.
So, let's talk about like when you're starting to do hair, or if you're starting over, like you've been at the same salon for a while, but maybe you're moving out of the state
Mm-hmm.
because we
Or
talked
if
about
you're
moving
just
a lot.
wanting to start focusing on this.
Yeah. You don't even have to be moving or starting over. If you just want to change your clientele,
Mhm. Or boost it, or
yeah,
see
whatever
what the
you may.
world of social media marketing has for you.
Yes. One of the most important things when you're doing that is you want to have a website. And like, it sounds kind of old school.
So I used to have a website
Yeah.
back in the day. My ex-boyfriend made one for me,
Mhm.
but I knew nothing about. I had nothing involved. Like I picked out pictures, and he would ask me questions and stuff like that, but I was not involved in it. But now,
You have no access to edit it or anything like that.
well, I don't have a computer, so unless I can't do it from a phone, I can't do it myself. But
Gotcha.
you know, we're getting there. I have one. It just freaking crashed, and I haven't. Whatever. But how do you go about building your own website? Because I know it's possible. You hear
Right.
commercials for it. I know there's websites out there, but like,
Mhm. There's a lot of different websites out there. So like I just did a Google search
Mhm.
and was like search domain names because
Yeah.
I wanted my name as
Mhm.
my website. I wanted it to be hairxhunter.com.
Mhm.
And so you search that, search the availability on Google.
Mhm.
And then there's a bunch of different companies that'll come up, and I chose like the most highly reviewed one.
Mhm.
And for me, I designed everything by myself. Like I didn't know what I was doing,
Yeah.
but it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
You just like it's like click and fill in the format, right?
Mhm.
And then I just customized it a little bit further.
Okay.
And then there are websites like Squarespace.
Uh-huh.
You can do that from your phone.
Okay.
And have like your own website through Squarespace, and you can
Mhm.
sell things on that website and all of that. GoDaddy.com, Wix.com.
Okay.
There's a bunch of different websites that you can go to either have someone do it for you, or it's
Yeah.
really simple.
Mhm.
Um,
Simplified.
yeah,
Even Erica could do it.
I definitely think you could do it.
Well, then it's got to be easy, folks.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Well, okay, and then the other thing is, why is having your own website like really that important? Like,
So whenever it comes to like marketing yourself,
yeah.
and with social media, everything you post on social media, you no longer own that photo after you post it.
Okay.
It can be reposted, right? Like people could take that, screenshot it, and repost it to their page without asking you or
Mhm.
without going
It's a
through the
public
proper
domain.
right.
Yeah.
It is a public domain, and once you post on that public domain, it belongs to the public domain. But your website is the only thing that you own on the internet.
Okay.
You have total control of what goes on your website,
Uh-huh.
and like the traffic that you build through that.
Okay.
And there are other websites that you can go to see the traffic that your website's getting. That's like really nerdy.
Okay.
So we're not going to talk about all that.
Okay.
But there
I'm
are
like, I'm
websites
getting
you can
nervous.
just like type in your website,
Yeah.
and then it'll pull up all these different analytics.
Which are probably important to know, but that's a whole other episode.
Right.
For
At that
advanced.
point, if you're getting to the point where you're worried about the traffic that your website is
Yeah.
bringing in, you should probably have a developer working with you.
Gotcha.
But there are things that you can do on your own that don't require a developer that still will bring traffic, and like it gives your clients a place to go to figure out what's going on with you.
Gotcha.
Because, social media, it's like you could read a bio. The bio's not, people's bios aren't like super detailed anymore.
It's like 6 lines long.
Yeah.
Too. Well, there's a limit. You can only put so much in there.
Right. And then we're just posting pictures
Yeah.
and stories go away after 24
Mhm.
hours unless you add them to highlights.
Mm-hmm.
So, with your website, it just gives the people who are doing business with you
Mm-hmm.
a place to go to figure out what's going on, where you
Yeah.
are.
Okay.
And like those are the things that's important to have on your website, like where to find you, how to get in touch with you,
Mhm.
or how to get in touch with the front desk.
Okay.
And then all of your social media sites should be linked to your website,
Okay.
so that people go to your website to click on your social media and go to your social media from there. Because a lot of people in the demographic that you and I, for example, are
Yeah.
looking for aren't going to social media.
Okay.
They're going
Yeah.
to the Google machine.
To the Googles.
Right.
Okay.
So when they go in and type in like best hair in Murfreesboro,
Mm-hmm.
for example, if you have your website set up with those keywords, they don't have to be in that order even. When they type in best hair in Murfreesboro, you're going to pop up.
Okay.
And those is the ladies with the money.
Okay.
They're getting out their computers
They're computadoras.
and typing.
I like it.
Clickety
Okay.
clack
I am
clicking.
learning a lot. I'm actually really excited that we're doing this episode. Now that we're in it, I'm like, okay.
Well, and I'll help you build your own website. But it is really simple. Like, it's just like a plug-in information type
Yeah.
deal. If you had a MySpace, you can build a website.
I think it's just one of those things that seems so daunting to me that I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do it. So I like,
Well, and
I've
there's
been
gonna-
scared of it, you know?
Yeah, and there's going to be stuff that you don't know how to do and you don't know what that word means.
Well, and I guess, you know, you just got to start somewhere.
Pull out the Google machine.
Get that Google machine out.
Yeah.
Look
just
on the YouTubes.
plug it in.
Plug it in. Plug it in. I love it. Okay, cool.
But we were talking about keywords.
Yes.
So let's talk about them.
What are the best keywords?
The best keywords are dependent on how your clients describe you.
Okay.
So what you want to look for are, if you don't have already a website or a place where someone can give you a review as a business. So
Uh-huh.
like Erica Weist
Mm-hmm.
has a review.
Mm-hmm.
Even like where you work, your salon, like see if there are reviews in there that are
Mhm.
describing you. How do your
Okay.
guests describe your work?
Okay.
Because your guests are the same people that are going to be Googling to find you. It's not another hairdresser that's typing in advanced balayage technique.
Right. Okay.
It's your guest that's like, who does the most exceptional work?
Mm-hmm.
Who does exquisite whatever? Or like,
Yeah.
look at your reviews
Uh-huh.
and pull the hot words from those reviews
Okay.
and use those words. Like, literally, it's that easy. Just words on your website.
Uh-huh. And you're using the words from your reviews because that's client language?
It's client language, and it's how your clientele describes you.
Okay.
So it's like, it is other people's perception of you. So then that whole like, ugh, I hate writing about myself. You don't have to. If you don't feel like
okay.
describing yourself, because I don't feel comfortable with that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's weird.
I just
I
do
don't
hair.
like that, yeah.
Like, I just like to do hair. I do pretty hair, I would like to think, but
Uh-huh.
I don't like to like,
Shut up. You know you do pretty hair. Come on.
but like,
But
I
yeah.
don't like to be like gloaty, like
Mhm.
those like websites and
It's
bios
uncomfortable.
sound.
I know what you mean.
So
yeah.
if you take your client's description of you and how they view you,
Mm-hmm.
it makes it easier.
Okay.
That's like a plus side of that.
Mm-hmm.
But the important part of that is you want to be searched by the people that are describing you. And if your clients are leaving reviews, 9 times out of 10, those are the clients that you want to keep anyway.
Yeah.
Like, if they're leaving you a good review, you want that same type of person
Uh-huh. Okay.
to be searching for you.
Gotcha.
So you're using those hot words that they're using to describe you
Uh-huh.
to describe yourself on your website. And those are called SEOs, or search engine optimization.
Right.
And we don't have to go into that. Just know that, like, if you see an SEO like on a website when you're building your own, that's what that means. So that's where you're going to want to type in those words.
Gotcha.
So it's like a tag on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we talked about that in our last episode.
Yeah.
Where I was like, you want to use those hashtags because those are
Those
the
are,
words
like,
that people
yeah.
are searching.
And I feel like once upon a time back in the day, there used to be those tags on like websites or under like some, maybe not.
Maybe.
Or yeah.
Like when hashtags first started becoming a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Huh.
And it's
Huh.
like, these are the hashtags you can use to find us on social media
Right.
and like find our products.
Yeah.
People using our products are using these hashtags
Okay.
because they're
okay.
using how their clients are describing them.
That makes sense.
All right. And now we are going to take a break for a word from our sponsor.
I think I'm going to sneeze first.
Okay. We're going to take a break for Erica's sneeze, everyone.
Sorry.
Everyone, welcome to the stage, Erica's sneeze.
It didn't happen, but I didn't want to be like,
Well, your face showed it, so.
Sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
I don't know.
For your body having function? What the hell?
Sorry, I'm a human. No.
Well, guys, today's episode is sponsored by none other than the same sponsor we've had for the last 3 episodes.
Thanks
They
to
still
you.
want us.
They still like us.
They still like us.
That's awesome.
So today's episode is sponsored by AdamandEve.com.
AdamandEve.com.
Yes, and whether you're shopping for yourself or someone special, you know it is the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Adam and Eve will have the perfect gifts and with an amazing deal.
At AdamandEve.com, you're going to get 50% off plus free shipping. That's 50% off an adventurous new toy, a slippery lube, or almost anything else your little heart desires.
Ooh. Our podcast listeners will get 50% off almost any item.
Just use code BRBPOD at checkout and you'll get 50% off.
But that's not all. You'll also get 3 bonus sexy items. And why did I shake my shoulders?
Sexy. Just for emphasis.
Just emphasis. Sexy items and 6 movies for free. Plus free shipping.
It doesn't matter what you choose because it's all going to be packaged discreetly and sent directly to your door for free.
More pleasure in the bedroom is the gift that always keeps on giving. So treat yourself, treat your partner. Life is too short to not enjoy yourself.
So go to AdamandEve.com, select any one item, use code BRBPOD.
And this offer is exclusive to our podcast listeners, so make sure you go and support our show and use this code BRBPOD for 50% off, but also 3 bonus sexy items, 6 movies, and 100% free shipping with code BRBPOD.
So I don't think it gets any better than that right now, folks.
No, go to adamandeve.com right now. We're getting so good at ad reads.
I should get an agent because
clearly
I've got a future.
I'm telling you.
All right. And now back.
Okay.
Here we
so
go.
I like this. I put kind of like a quote in our outline.
Okay.
But it's to be emotion driven and results focused.
Okay.
And you had a question about it, so I wanted to say it and then allow you to ask
a note. That's what does that mean? What the hell does that mean? I'm like, listen, emotion driven, I got that. But what? What do you mean by it? Like how? They use my powers for good?
Yeah. So, okay, here's the thing. We work in an industry where we're forming connections,
Yes.
right? So we want to show how we're forming those connections in how we market ourselves.
Okay.
So rather than just posting a hair photo with like a beautiful fall brunette, post like a selfie with your client laughing or like a cute video of you doing their hair. And it doesn't even have to have the conversation in it. Even if it's like a sped up video, you could do like, and it shows the connection that you have to a greater audience.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, look at this connection that we have. Don't you want to have this connection too?
Yeah.
And like,
I like it.
come hang out with me.
Yeah.
So that's what it means. Like, show the emotion.
I'm fun.
Right. And then show the result. Show the end result. That one's pretty easy.
Yeah.
That one we already do. But it takes
So
more.
that would be the results focused part.
Yes.
Of that? Okay.
So, like, forming that connection and that emotional bond is part of our job, right?
Yeah. So, well, and I guess you have to do it without actually being around that person. So,
right. And if you want other people if you want to attract those kinds of people that you can genuinely form those bonds with, because it's not a secret that we have guests that we have to fake it for.
yeah.
Like, and that is just what it is. Like, you just don't
Well,
click.
that's part of anyone's job.
Right. But if you market yourself with the guests that you enjoy,
Mm-hmm.
then you're drawing attention to guests like that.
Yeah.
So, that's that. You show the emotion show that you care to your audience.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
But then also sharing the result. Showing
Well, yeah, because that is
right. But show
You
the
know,
process, because
yeah.
the process is what they're going to experience. So share the experience in the photos that you're posting as well.
Mhm. I like it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It really, really does.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to be scary, Erica. You can do it.
Right. Just set the camera up.
Right? Seriously. Okay, let's see what else we got on here. So create a Google business listing for yourself. Okay, and that was what I want to know is what is the difference between a Google business listing and like the a website? Like
Okay. So your website is it's like the meeting grounds,
Uh-huh.
right? It is where that is where you want everyone to go. You want everyone to feed into the website.
okay.
So when someone clicks, so when you Google Bombshells,
Mhm.
it comes up with like hours of business, website,
Mhm.
right?
Yes. Okay.
Right. So
Yeah.
that with the hours of business and contact and all of that you see
Right.
on Google, that was because it was placed there.
So you have to like manually put your website into Google. So it
Yes.
becomes an option
Yes.
and
And
has
then
information.
yeah, so like you would create a Google business listing, and it could be like Hair by Erica or Erica the Red.
Yeah.
You could just brand yourself that way.
Mhm.
Like I think that's a great idea. So just Erica the Red on Google
Mhm.
businesses. Put the hours that you're at the salon,
Mhm.
and then if it ever changes, update it.
Yeah.
But then you can ask your clients to give you reviews. Say, and like you can make QR codes, like make sure, like copy and paste
On
the
the-
review from Bombshells onto my thing if
Yeah.
you would. And it helps you, like, if God forbid you ever move out of the state,
Yeah.
you have that as a, like, okay, maybe I haven't been here for a long time, but I do have these reviews.
Yeah.
Because when you move to a different state or whatever, and I know that that's like your lifestyle,
Right.
that's nothing to be ashamed of. You are a nomad. You go and put roots and seeds in every place so you can come back.
Just sprinkle the love all around.
Yeah. And then you can just come back and share love whenever you want. Look at it that way.
Okay, cool. We'll do that.
Positive mindset.
I like it. Well, okay, so that makes sense. And then yes, that computes to me. And then all your social medias are there and
Yeah,
everything's there. and
Because
then,
all of your social media is on your
right,
website.
Is on your website. And then obviously I would assume you have links on your social media to your website,
Mhm.
like a link
Well, and-
tree or something.
And so, like, social medias are searchable on Google.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of times if someone is searching from Google on their computer, for instance,
Mhm.
maybe it's not like user friendly to go to Instagram.
True.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's another world out there where it doesn't work on
Right.
on a
So, and
computer.
it does work, but it's just not like,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
super
It's not the
user
same.
friendly.
You can't like even upload photos from a computer, can you? Or at one point you couldn't.
I don't know.
On
I don't
Instagram.
really, I don't
know,
use it
right?
that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the difference between a Google listing, like business
Mhm.
listing, and a website.
Yeah.
So that just allows people to give you personally a review. And if I ask for a review on my personal, especially if I'm working in a salon where I am an employee,
Mhm.
I'm always, always, always make sure to say,
Mention
leave
the
a
salon name.
review on the salon's Google review page. And if it's not too much trouble, just copy and paste that review on mine.
Mhm.
Like, it is
That's
like, because you don't want to cross any lines
Yes.
with
Good
your salon
lingo.
owner.
Good
like,
good lingo.
Yeah. And if you don't mind, just copy and paste. Like, if
Yeah.
I know it's an extra step,
Mm-hmm.
but I would rather it be on that salon's page because you can still use those to kind of
Yeah.
get your hot words.
Yeah.
But the ones that do want to take the extra step and give you that
And
review on your
support you even
personal,
more. Yeah.
yeah. So
like
that is,
that.
it's like a portfolio
Uh-huh.
of your work and like your accreditation.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Let's see. We've already
You've
done.
almost convinced me to build a website, Hunter. I'm not even gonna lie. I just might have to do this.
You should.
I know.
You totally should.
It's gonna happen.
Let's see.
All right. So wait a minute. The other thing I was gonna ask,
Because we've been talking about guest reviews
yes,
and
was
asking for those.
if you get, like, as a person, this next one, when I read the outline, as a person who looks at reviews, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at good reviews, but I also do look at bad reviews, obviously. If the business owner has, like, done something and responded, like, if the business owner doesn't respond, that's a bad, like, I take that into account. What
Yes,
that says.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And there is a statistic out there that 43% of consumers
Mm-hmm.
will actually give that business a shot if the owner responds to the Google review.
Well, yeah, and then also, like I said, even that, like, even if they don't necessarily, like, work it out with the client or the guest in the comments, how did they respond? What did they say? Did they try to solve the problem, or was this person just being a jerk?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that
'Cause
is the
you do
case
have
sometimes.
disgruntled customers who are just being wackos. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And just being jerks, or like they're fake because somebody doesn't like this person's girlfriend, so they did. You know what I mean? People are petty.
Oh, yeah.
So like if there is like a good reviews and then suddenly a bunch of bad ones or like something, because I know some businesses can pay to get those removed, but some can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's true.
And honestly, like, good review, bad review, all
It
that
doesn't matter.
matters is, are you providing a solution for them?
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. Is like, in the end, ultimately, it doesn't matter if there are bad reviews, because it's like, are you solution driven? And that's what.
Results focused.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting the results by providing a solution?
Mm-hmm.
Because you could totally be like, oh my gosh, we are so sorry you had that experience. Please give us a call, reach
Right.
out in some way, and we'll get this fixed.
Mhm.
We'll resolve this for
Mhm.
you. And then someone sees that and they're like, oh, wow, they really take their work serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
43%.
43%. So.
That's a high percent.
So here's our last few points here, which are a little more the other ways of marketing, which are tried and true up until this new generation now, where everything's on the internet. So this is more stuff that I feel like I can relate to, and this is what I always do when I move, because I don't have a website.
Mm-hmm.
So word of mouth obviously is never not going to be a thing.
Right.
Websites, Instagrams, whatever, or not.
It is one of the strongest
It is still
forms of marketing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and even because it's like someone's like, oh, you got to check out my client my hairdresser, Hunter in Nashville, blah, 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 right? And then
Mhm.
somebody's like, oh, what's his website? So yes, that person goes to your website, but where'd they hear about it? How'd they get
From
there?
someone else.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And also,
We aren't always on the internet.
right.
We do still have human lives.
Yes.
For now.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
word of mouth is good.
But it's easier for someone to remember www.hairxhunter.com or hairxhunter.com
Yeah.
versus go to Instagram, hairxhunter,
Mhm.
bombshells, like everything's on
Yeah.
that website.
Yeah. That's true.
But yes, word of mouth.
Oh, creating a referral program.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good way for word of mouth.
because then you're giving people a reason, an incentive
Yes.
to mention your name.
Yeah, and you want to make sure too that referral program like is adding value both ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you want to incentivize your guest to like bring their friends in
Yeah.
and like reward them, but also you want the friend that comes in to get a little bit of something.
Yeah.
But they don't get that if they don't come in,
Exactly.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you can go, your referral programs can go wrong and you do end up losing money.
Right. Well,
But if you do it the right way, you get more money.
I mean, have you ever gotten the thing from like I don't know, credit card company or like Acorns, my Acorns account will be like, if you send, 3 people open an account with your
$500,
code, then
yeah.
we'll invest $500 or whatever. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
referral programs are everywhere. Not
Everywhere,
just
yeah.
in the salon industry, because obviously they do work. But yeah, it has to be it has to incentivize the person to come
Mm-hmm.
who is being referred.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously it has to incentivize the guest to refer you. But you also have to make sure that in the end it benefits you. You take a little discount here and then
Mm-hmm.
it generates income continuously.
Right. Because it doubles your income from, what is it, $40?
Yeah.
$40 is your investment to gain a possible $200
Yeah.
from one
Exactly.
sitting.
So it pays off in the end for you.
Exactly. And then going back to being emotion driven and results focused is you want to create that connection with your guests.
Yes.
Like they have to be able, they have to want to come to you.
Mm-hmm.
And there are thousands upon thousands of salons that they could choose.
Yeah.
Why are they coming to you?
you.
Because you took the time to form a connection with that person,
Yes.
and you care about their hair. You care about them, honestly, after a while.
Yeah. Yeah, you really do. I mean, we kind of talked about that in the last episode we just recorded, because obviously, like, you get used to seeing people and you learn about their lives and everything depending on, how long you know them, or they learn about your life, or you know what I mean? Sometimes I have people in my life that I've known for years and years and years and years, and I met them as a client.
Yeah.
So that is ultimately, I mean, I think the key to people want to feel happy. It's a dopamine release, to like, or serotonin. Like you go and you're around someone that you have an emotional oxytocin, the bonding hormone. That's what it is. Oxytocin makes you happy, right?
Yeah.
So,
and we're touching people.
Yes, that's
and
another
like,
thing.
On their heads, like on their necks, like very intimate places. We are touching people, and like it happens. You just form that connection.
I think hairdressers, a lot of us are very empathic. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Very much. So.
Or have you ever had someone like, "Oh, you took my headache away," and the
and you're
second
like, yeah,
they
I
say,
know, I can feel it.
Yep. And the second they say that, you're like, yep, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go touch someone else.
Give me a minute. Put it on someone else.
Take this.
I can't handle it. That's hilarious. But I mean, it is kind of true sometimes. Or like, if you have a hard day or a hard client, sometimes you got to recover from that a little bit. You take on that energy.
Absolutely.
But,
But I would say like forming the connection is almost more important than doing good hair.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of hairdressers that are not like extremely technically advanced. And I'm not saying like bad hairdressers. I'm just saying like they're not as advanced as someone else maybe in the same salon studio area, right? But their clientele is so much stronger and so much more loyal than the person that's more advanced than them.
Yeah.
Because they offer that experience and they know how to add value.
Yeah.
And that is our last topic of the day.
Yeah.
And it's adding value.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I think we've talked about it a couple times.
Of course, we have talked about it, but it is important, But I'm glad that we did this one, because I have talked to you about wanting to like really get better at social media and like marketing and all that stuff, and like like I said, sometimes if something seems too complicated to me, I'm like, there's no way I'll ever be able to understand that and do good at that. So I'm scared. Like,
Yes.
I don't want to do it.
Just take it a little bite at a
Right?
time.
Remember that time?
You know how you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I don't know the things. I just can't do the things. I'm just joking. Honestly, I'm glad we did it because I do feel like I need to stop being scared of it and just friggin' do it.
Because it's not that scary.
And it's not going to hurt me.
Right.
It's not going to make my business crash and burn.
Right. It's not going to kill you.
It's not going to kill me.
It's not going to cover your face with a pillow.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. What is with me singing everything today?
Let's not get a copyright strike.
Oh, shit.
I think we're good with that
Oops.
just amount. Anywho, that's all we got for you today, folks.
Yeah.
There
No.
I go again.
Folks.
Folks.
Folks. Do we have no iced tea?
No
Nah.
iced tea. We covered the Chrisleys last week.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, if you'd like to follow us on our social media journeys, I am at Herrick Hunter on all the things.
Yeah.
Our podcast is at Break Room Banter Pod on all the things, as well as our Patreon. If you want to support us, it's $5. www.patreon.com/Break Room Banter Pod. And
I mean, and for right now, I'm Erica the Redhead on TikTok and Instagram. But you know what? Website coming soon, bitches.
There we
because
go.
I don't know. I feel like Erica the Red is probably already taken.
it's either already taken or it's really expensive.
Fart. Probably.
Yeah.
Because somebody's holding it like a jerk.
Yeah. Well, until next time.
Bye.